Okay, so we're going to be doing a question based on JavaScript, and it's from the March 18 question paper 4, 9626 Cambridge. And here we go. So Alice wants customers to be able to create an account with Treeside Holidays. She just wants them to create the account using a web page. Using the file account.html, create a web page to meet the following requirements. When the generate username button is clicked, a username for the customer is generated below the button. That's a key bit because in a second you'll read where it changes. From all the ones I've seen so far, most people did put the output in the correct location. The customer's username must be their full name, surname and year of birth joined together, so it just wants the last four. A few people missed that as well, so just be aware of that. When the submit password button is clicked, the page must be written to display only one of the following messages. If the passwords match, okay, it's kind of giving you a clue there. If, guess what we're going to be doing? An if statement. But the bit that everyone seems to have missed is this part here. Click the page must be rewritten. Sneaky little rewritten to display only one of the following messages. So we need to use something different from that. We're not going to be using inner HTML. To be honest, I haven't seen anyone do that correctly just yet. It's very, very subtle. Programmer comments must be added to annotate each requirement. It's worth 20 marks. I've got 15 minutes on my free video recorder, so we're going to try and do it in 15. Ideally, you don't really want to be spending much more than 25 minutes on this. So let's get started. Okay, so I've got the file on my desktop. I'm going to be using a program called Brackets. There we go. So, first of all, obviously have a look around. I'm actually going to view it as well, just so I can see what the page looks like. Okay, so a pretty boring but basic page. Obviously they've got the first name, surname, date of birth, and that's what's going to make our username. It then says to generate something below it, and then we've got our password. Okay, so they need to match, and if it doesn't match, we give a different output. So the first thing you want to do is you want to look to see what the onClick is called, because that's going to be our function name for the first part. So first of all, we need to tell the page that we're going to use in JavaScript. So you write script, and I'm just going to put that a bit further down just to make it look a bit nicer. And next up, we need to define our reading the word user, we need to define our function name. So we're going to go for function user, open and close brackets. And now we're going to say pay attention to everything inside these curly brackets. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is, well, it says that we want to add these all together. Now I know that we can do that all in one. However, you might want to use a username, and then you can concatenate them together. So you could have something like fullname.value plus surname dot value, and so on. But I'm going to make it a bit cleaner, and I'm going to do it all in one line. So first of all, we've already got our brackets open, so we know that the user's paying attention to this. Now all we need to do is we go document. Now because it's writing inside the document, we write document.getElementById, and we're going to direct it to a specific place. Now at the moment, there is no ID created for this area here, so we need to do that. So you could use a div here, so I'm going to go div, and I'm going to call it username output. And in fact, I need to put ID equals, then we got our speech marks, and then we close it. Now if you don't put the /div, when you press the button, it will overwrite all of this bit here. And in fact, let me show you what that looks like. In fact, I'll do that later because at the moment I haven't got anything to output. So now I can put my element, my ID in here. So I'm going to go username output. Okay, and after that we want it to go inside the HTML, so we're going to use inner HTML. There we go. Okay, so I always make the mistake here of opening up brackets. You don't want to do that. It's an equals, and you'll sit there and look at your code for ages and you won't be able to see what's wrong with it. So just make sure you remember that when we're using inner HTML, you use an equals. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is just put in all the text I started to type out earlier, and we're going to have first name dot value plus surname dot value plus date of birth dot value. Now this is the one that changes. We still want to use the value of date of birth, but we want to slice it up a bit. We want to cut it up. So we're going to use slice, and usually you would give how many characters you want from left to right. If you want to go from right to left, we're saying do the opposite. So we're going to go from -4. That should give us 1992 if the user has paid attention to writing it out correctly. In fact, the only way it wouldn't is if they've just put year instead of the full year. So now we can give this a test. So I'm going to save that. I'm going to go back over here. Let's go for, that's my actual name, and don't forget my birthday, everyone. Okay, so somewhere I've gone wrong. Let's have a look. Okay, so username, okay, just another gentle reminder to buy me some lovely gifts. Okay, cool, so we've got Ross Armstrong, 1992, vintage year. Perfect, okay, so let's tidy this up a bit, and let's leave some comments. This concatenates, brilliant, that's why I became IT teacher, spell check. This concatenates all of the venues that we want together, then outputs it to a new division just below the, generate username button. Username button. Okay, now to be honest with you, this is probably the tougher part of the question. I think the next one's a little bit more simple. So let's go back to the question and actually just make sure we've done everything it asks. So when you generate username, yeah, we've got that below the button. Full name, surname, and year of their birth. Perfect. Submit button is clicked. The page must be rewritten. Okay, so we have done everything, and I've done my comments, so I can move on. If the password matches the text, your password has been set, must be displayed. Now this obviously writes inside of our document. We want to rewrite over the whole page. To be honest, you probably would have done this at the very start of you learning JavaScript, because it's actually not used that often, because it rewrites a whole page. And how often do we actually want to do that? Not very often. So we're going to use something called document.write. First of all though, we need to define our function. Now in here we've got password. I'm just going to copy that. So we're going to go for function, password, and open up our brackets. So it belongs, we're saying everything inside these brackets belongs to password. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to have an if statement. So we're going to say if, and the test we do always goes inside the normal brackets, curly brackets, here we go. And we're going to say if password1 dot value, don't forget the dot value, equals, so we're saying is exactly equal to password2 dot value. So if password1, the value of password1, so whatever's inside it, is exactly equal to password2, do the following. Now we're going to use document.write. That overwrites the whole document. Okay, so we want to write what is it exactly? Your password has been set. Your password has been set. Now guys, if it gives you something in bold or it says match the text, make sure you write it exactly the same. No extra full stop, nothing like that. Just make sure it is exactly the same. You will get extra marks. Well, most of the time you get more marks for making sure it's exactly the same. Now we've got our else. Else doesn't need a test after it, so we go straight into these brackets. And again, document.write, and then brackets, speech marks, make sure you've got it exact. Your passwords did not match, comma, please try again. Your passwords did not match, comma, please try again. No full stops or anything like that. Okay, now let's test it. Just going to bring that up. There we go. Dave, Dover. Your passwords did not match, please try again. Perfect. Let's try that again. Let's go for password 1, inventive, password 1. Your password has been set. Perfect. Okay, so we know this works. Now we just got to write some programmer comments. This overwrites the web page if the passwords match. In fact, it overwrites the web page. Full stop. If the passwords match, it outputs that they match. If not, it will still overwrite the web page, but it will say that the passwords didn't match. Okay. Check the question paper one more time. Save your web page as myaccount.html. Save as. Okay. To just double check that the thing you've just saved does work. So I'm going to right click here and I'm going to go open with Chrome. First thing I need is my username. And third hint. Okay. So yeah, that's still working. Let's go for, what should we put our password as? Password 2. Oh yeah, very creative. Your password has been set. Nice. And I'm just going to make sure that it doesn't work as well, if that makes sense. Password Dave. Password did not match. Please try again. Nice. Okay, 13 minutes. It should take you probably 25 because you'd probably need to get it wrong a couple of times before you get it right. That's fine. Just make sure you're going through every single thing bit by bit. Often, if you've put in brackets somewhere, maybe try and take it out and put in equals. It's really easy to get those mixed up. It's quite difficult to remember exactly where they swap out and where they swap in. So just take your time with it, error check, go through it slowly.